This is the new Mercedes GLE, and I know what you're thinking. Yeah, it looks rather like the old ML class, and that's because actually that's what it is underneath. All Mercedes has done is taken that car, given it some new bumpers, given it that new name so it fits into the rest of the model range naming system, and yeah, essentially that has enabled them to extend the car's best before date. Same story inside actually, it's rather similar to the old ML class, but there are just a few updates. So the most notable one is this iPad style screen you get up there, which is like that on the C-Class. And like the C-Class though, as standard, you get the higher level command navi system. But if I'm brutally honest, it's still not the best infotainment system to use. You control it with this touchpad and it's all a bit awkward, and the menu systems can be a touch confusing. And if you want to see our full review of it, then click up there on the banner for an in-depth review of the infotainment system, and to have another look around this car's cabin, and you'll notice that actually, well, feels really high quality. Now this is the AMG line version and it's absolutely loaded with kit. So this car does cost £60,000, right? That's for the car with the 3-litre diesel engine. But look at all this kit. Look at that. I mean, they've had to use the smallest font possible that I can't read it without a magnifying glass. There's that much kit on this car. And it's really nice. It feels expensive. It doesn't quite have the same pizzazz as the new Mercedes E-Class, but it stood the test of time pretty well, this car inside. And it's very, very practical. You've got huge door bins there and a decent sized glove box. Now it's perfect if you want to get one of those super-sized drinks from McDonald's or Burger King, or need to carry a thermos flask, because you've got such large cup holders. The car's really practical in the back seats as well. So there's absolutely loads of knee room, loads of headroom despite that glass roof, big footwells. It's all very spacious. I can even recline the seat backs. Actually, I've got them fully reclined already. There are a few problems though. For instance, well, there's no ski hatch in this particular car, and really there should be. And then there's this middle seat if you need to carry 3. See, you've got a big spacious car, but this middle seat is just so much harder than the other seats. The person who sits here is not going to be very happy for very long. But yeah, another thing that I find a little bit annoying about this car is that if you want to fold the seats down, you have to flip out the seat squab first before you fold the seat back down, which is just a little bit old-fashioned. Once again, this car showing its age. Now, in terms of the boot, there we go, we've got an automated tailgate, and it's a good one because it doesn't seem to like get phased if you try and open it too hard, like some of them freeze. Boot space, there we go. Whoa, look at that. It's absolutely massive. With the seats down, it's especially large, and you have a completely flat load bay as well, if you look down there, and there's no load lip. The only problem I have is this, because this bumper sticks out, you do have to lift stuff over that first before you can slide it into the boot. There are various storage areas. You've got a net there, you've got some cubby space there, and huge underfloor storage as well. It's just a shame that it's not quite big enough to put the parcel shelf under there, though at least this parcel shelf is nice and light and easy to remove. This is one big practical car, and if you want to find out just how much you can fit in the boot of this car, click up there on the banner to watch an in-depth practicality video, and you'll also be able to see how easy it is to fit a child seat in the car, and just what happened when we tried to squeeze 3 people in the back seats.
So then, what's the Mercedes GLE like when you hit the road?
On the whole, the GLE is a pretty nice car to drive. So like most Mercedes, it's very quiet, whatever speed you're doing. It's comfy too. Well, especially this version on air suspension. The car on normal suspension can feel a little bit too firm actually. In terms of cornering, well, it does all right, you know. You've got to accept that it's a big old car. It feels like a bit of a tank actually, but it holds onto the corners well enough. It's just that something like a Porsche Cayman will definitely kick its big old ass through the twisty bits. One thing I can't complain about is the new 9-speed gearbox. It's really, really good. And this engine, the 3-litre V6 diesel, has plenty of performance and it gives reasonable economy. So Mercedes claims it will be able to do around 40 miles per gallon, and according to the trick computer, I'm doing 38 miles per gallon. Thing is though, you might be better off going for the cheaper 2.1 litre diesel engine in the GLE 250D, because, okay, so it's not quite as smooth, but it's cheaper to buy, it'll give better economy, and the performance you get from it is actually pretty decent. I'll tell you what else is decent: visibility. So you sit up pretty high in this car, and you've got a big back window, The back pillars aren't too obtrusive because you've got these rear quarter lights which give you plenty of visibility when you're looking out over your shoulder. And if you click up there on the card, you can see for yourself by watching my in-depth 360-degree video. There is one thing that I don't like too much about this car, is perhaps the steering. It just feels a little bit kind of weird and artificial, almost like it's been taken from a PlayStation game.
On the whole, the GLE is pretty easy to get along with, but it does have a few annoying traits. Here's 5.
This number keypad is like off some old mobile phone. It just shows this car's age. Just look at this horrendously cheap bit of plastic. It has no business being on a car that costs £60,000. Horrible. Oh dear. These exhaust pipes are actually fake. The real exit for the diesel exhaust is there. The 4-cylinder diesel engine is a little bit noisy, so that's a good excuse to treat yourself to this 6-cylinder diesel. The optional running boards will dirty the backs of your trousers as you get out of the car, and yeah, you've paid extra for the privilege.
Thankfully, the GLE does have a few features which make up for all this.
You can start the car's climate control using a smartphone app, so it's at the right temperature for when you get in it. Today, I've got it set to cool. The car can tow up to 3.5 tonnes, which is the same weight as a Hippo, though I'm assuming that's a consenting rather than resisting Hippo. With the active curve control, the car can actually lean into corners like a motorbike. AMG line models come with air suspension as standard, and it makes this noise when it releases the pressure. It's not actually the car, it's my cameraman. You can get the 7-speed automatic gearbox with a low ratio mode for some serious off-roading. Hurrah! So then, overall, what do I think of the Mercedes GLE? Well, its infotainment system is a bit fiddly to use, and that central rear seat is a touch uncomfortable, but for everyone else, this is a really comfy car to travel in, and it's hugely practical. Now, if you click up there, you can get more information and find out the best deal you can get on a Mercedes GLE at carwow.co.uk. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel. And if you click over there, you can watch our detailed practicality, infotainment, and 360-degree passenger eye video for the Mercedes GLE. Now, did you spot the Easter egg in the video? It was the picture of GLE, the TV show, in the boot.